everybody, it's Mike McGuire, and welcome to the first of what I hope is going to be a lengthy series. It is Mike McGuire's Celebrity Guitar Lessons. Now, the idea of this kind of struck me a few months back. Actually, it happened in about January, and it was the same time that I met Garth Brooks and did that interview. If you're on YouTube, look up that interview if you got some time. Anyway, he handed me the guitar I got him to sign, and he said, "Do you play?" And well, I've had guitars now for probably 3-4 years now, and minus like an E chord, an A chord, I really didn't know what I was doing with one. It kind of bugged me. So, if you're like me and maybe you picked up a guitar and tried it out, it didn't work for you so well, and maybe you still have it, or maybe you've always wanted to do it, that's what these videos are for. So I hope you enjoy them, I hope you learn from them, and to help you enjoy them, my good buddy Dave from Axe Music is going to help us out.
Hi, I'm Dave, your local guitar salesman, and I'm here to give you some tips about buying your first guitars. If it sounds nice to you, if it's got a decent tone to it, and if it is easy to play, easy to press the strings, this is good action. You don't want to have action up here like this. That'll deter you from learning how to play guitar. You won't want to play if it's going to be that difficult. It's hard enough on your fingers starting out. Some people starting out want to go for a really thin neck. This way and this way. Easier to get your fingers around. Thicker handed people, thicker this way, thicker that way. Electric acoustic guitars. You'll usually find a piece up here with a bit of an EQ, a volume, and a lot of the times with a built-in tuner these days. Very handy. So depending on what your budget is, if you're starting out, you don't want to throw too many shillings away. Guitars in boxes. These guys, $100 to $200, you get yourself a decent acoustic. Of course, it's not going to be the top of the line gear, but it's good to start out with if you don't want to buy an acoustic and decide you don't like it and then you threw away $1,000 for nothing. So my name's Dave. Come on down here to Axe Music. Myself, any of our other guys here will be more than happy to help you find your starter out or acoustic guitar or electric guitar anytime at all. Back to you, Mike and Johnny.
Big thanks to Axe Music for helping us out throughout this video series, and also big thanks to all the artists. Now, every artist that does a celebrity guitar lesson is actually going to sign both this guitar and this one behind me here. And the best part about these guitars is that once we're done with the series, you're going to have a chance to win one of them. So keep watching and I'll have more details as we go. But for the first lesson, I hooked up with my good buddy Johnny Reid. Johnny and I have had a lot of fun in the past. I've done all sorts of things, and Johnny agreed that he would help us out with our first celebrity guitar lesson. So let's head back to the Rainmaker Rodeo of 2008. Here I am with Johnny Reid.
We're here on the tour bus with one Mr. Johnny Reid. Hello, Johnny.
Hi, Mike.
Thanks for doing this, man.
No worries, mate. No worries.
Axe Music presents Mike McGuire's Celebrity Guitar Lessons, and here we are. It's our first one, and I couldn't think of a better guy than Johnny Reid to teach us how to play one of his songs. And Johnny, you and I were talking before we shot this here, because you don't really play one a lot on stage, a lot of people just assumed that you couldn't play guitar.
Oh, well, a lot of people assume a lot of things, you know. Well, I wouldn't say I'm a unbelievable guitar player, Mike, but I'm able to articulate myself on guitar, which enables me to write my songs and enables me to communicate musically through the instrument. But I don't think you need to be an incredible guitar player to be able to articulate yourself musically. I just choose not to play one on stage just because I enjoy singing a wee bit more, than standing and using a crutch. But I thoroughly enjoy watching great guitar players play, like your Brad Paisleys or your John Mayers. But I'm just able to articulate myself musically, which enables me to write my songs.
And that's kind of the point of what we're doing here. These are lessons for folks who, like you and me, who just have always maybe wanted to play, and obviously you're playing now. You're going to teach us today, but yeah. It's kind of a motivator here to get us to play, and that is by learning.
Yeah, one of our favorite songs. I think sometimes some of the best songs in the world are very simple songs. And one of the songs that I just enjoyed growing up and loving, and has been a big success for us here in Canada, is Darlin. which is really, it's only about 4 chords really, the whole song.
Really?
Which is a G chord.
Okay. G chord here, and we'll have all the fingering on the page here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just actually head to Mike McGuire's blog at cisnfm.com, and you can see where all the fingering goes. But G chords, just like this.
Yep. And then you'll have a D chord, then a C chord.
You do a little different, or you do an
I just do a different inversion, but it's just a kind of rock and roll C chord.
2 versions for you.
Right. And then G.
Then back to G.
Okay, now the other chords you'd want to know for this song would be E minor.
E minor's real easy.
Yeah. And then the only other chord you need to know is an F chord.
An F chord.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a bar
Since we're shooting this one before you see the Doc Walker one, you'll know that once you see that one, an F chord's been a bone of contention for me. But the way I've been learning is the bar chord version, which is kind of like this, right?
Right.
And then.
Right.
And only you actually get that stringed up. There it is.
There you go. And then there's the F chord itself, yeah.
Darling, you're so far behind me. Tomorrow's gonna find me further down the line. I'm taking me some paper, pencil in my head.
Chords we're going to need to know for Johnny Reid's Darlin, they can be a little tricky. They start out nice and easy. And again, if you go to the blog, like I said in the video there, the chart diagrams are shown there for you. But this is the G chord. Alright, so first string, 2nd fret on, what's the 5th string, but I'll just say 2nd string down, okay? Then this finger here, your, the bad finger, you know, goes top string, 3rd fret, and then your 3rd finger here goes down on the very bottom string on the same fret. So you get that. That's your G. Then we did the D, which is, again, pretty much like the G, only a little bit modified. 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 4th string down. Then your 2nd finger goes on the very bottom string on that same fret. And then your 3rd finger, it goes right in the middle of the 2. So think of it as actually shaping kind of a D. So then when Johnny was showing us, it was G. Again, if you want to see how all the rest of the chords are fingered, stop by my blog now at kissinfm.com. That gives us some of the technicalities. In part 2 of the video, we get down to business and Johnny plays the song for us and shows us what we gotta do. See you there.
But I don't have a dime.